What's up?
Yo, what's up, my bagel?
What's happening in the pizza?
We are back at it again.
We are back at it, and we are fancy AF.
As far as the updates and shit that I have, funny enough, so do you remember the Mike guy, the Pimp My Ride? That was like last week, I think,
Yes,
right?
The guy that ghosted us.
Right. So I have not heard anything from this guy. I thought for sure that he was going to at least send a text and be like, oh, I was like caught up doing this and I didn't have a phone charger, or, you know, like,
Fuck you then, you fucking losers.
yeah, like he heard our voicemail and was like calling us pussy. I'm not pussy, you're a pussy, and just doing it all back.
I can't believe he ghosted us 100%. What a fucking loser.
Yeah.
Fuck you, Mike.
Yeah,
But
fuck
thank
you,
for
Mike.
listening. But fuck you anyway. Yeah.
So that's it. That's all I'm going to give on him.
What a turd.
Yeah. Besides that,
That's why Exhibit treated him like shit.
yeah.
He's a fucking asshole.
Well, he wasn't on the show. He bought cars off of people, supposedly.
Right. I would know
quotations.
that if he had come on the show and told his fucking story, which
That's
he
true.
never did.
You would not be as confused as you are. So we did get a voicemail, which is confusing.
Nice.
I don't know. This is not like our normal, like, it's not like Pickle or other people that have left us messages. I'm just going to play it and just we'll just kind of go from there.
Let's do her.
I feel like it takes like a second to kick in. I think the guy was confused or drunk.
Probably drunk.
I was going to leave a message, but I never can make one message or do a good message in one take. I usually have to do it more than once to have to do this. Do I get a second chance, or is this it?
Who's he talking to?
I don't know. And then it's just
That's it?
yeah, and it's just the silence for 20 more seconds. He didn't even fucking hang up the phone.
Nice. Do we know what time it came in?
6:04 p.m.
What? Wow, he sounds trashed.
Yeah.
That's awesome. And we're saying this is my guy.
Oh, well, I don't know. I don't know if you know this person or not.
The voice is hard to tell. It could be, so I also have to give a shout out because we got I think it was a text that we got from.
We did get the text first, which was from this number, and
about playing pool.
you're right.
Okay, so that's
This
shout
person
out
apparently
to-
seems like they knew you.
Yeah, so that's got to be his handle is the Lear Road Guido.
Okay.
So it's
Fellow pizza.
Yep, he sure is. Definitely last name ends in a vowel. So super pool guy, really good at pool. Like wipes the fucking floor with me, and I'm pretty good at pool. But he's amazing. So shout out Guido, appreciate you listening. Get your fucking life together though. What's happening 6:04 p.m., bro? Like you could be Dave Cohn drunk at 1 a.m. You can't be Dave Cohn drunk at 6 p.m. It's out of control. Get
Yeah.
your shit
It's also in the middle of the week. It was like
right.
a Wednesday.
That's too much.
Yeah.
Yeah, I don't want to do that. I
Well-
don't want to be that guy at 6 p.m. on a Wednesday. Fuck that.
Well, shout out to Guido.
Hey,
Thanks
Guido.
for listening. Leave us
Appreciate
better
ya.
voicemails. How about
dude.
that?
Yeah, maybe practice a few times, like in front of the mirror,
What?
instead of getting on the phone and being like, "I'm pretty bad at doing a first take. It's going to take me a few more times," and then hanging up the phone.
Well, didn't even actually fully hang up the phone. It
Right.
was like
Call him
still
two take Guido.
Yeah, exactly.
two-take
Two-take
Guido.
I love it.
I do like
Yeah,
that.
two-take Guido, but he never gave us the second take.
Right.
He's just like, "I'm really bad at the first time, you guys."
That's the best part
Bye."
about the name.
So that's the end of the story. Like, okay, thanks. But still, awesome. He left us a voicemail.
Yeah.
Or tried.
Yeah. Still hilarious. All
It's the effort that counts. So also the content. So next time, leave a better voicemail.
right, Guido. You
Step your game up, Guido.
So before we get started, you know, like this is our first YouTube video. So we are doing a lot of preparations for the intro that's going to be playing before this, that Tommy's going to be putting together for us.
Right.
So we're doing a lot of the shoots and what have yous. And so for one of the bits, I needed a dirty magazine, right? So I called the Adult Mart.
They still have those.
Yeah.
That is unbelievable to me.
Yeah, I called up there and I was like, and I put it on speaker because I felt this was going to be hilarious.
Sure.
And like Jess is around and I was like, hi, I was like, do you guys sell magazines? And she's like, yeah, we don't have many. She's like, what are you looking for? And I was like, typically Home and Garden or Guns and Ammo, but like sluttier.
Yeah. Right.
And she goes, oh, we don't have that. I'm like, I'm trying so hard. Oh,
Right.
I was
joking. Yeah.
I was trying like not to laugh. Like I just need like a sluttier, sexier version of
Yeah.
Home and Garden.
Right.
You know what I mean? She did not pick up on it. She goes, "Oh, we don't have that."
Yeah, like good parenting, but with cum shots. Like, just have that.
Right.
That's
So
amazing that she took you serious.
yeah, she's like, she started naming off like a handful of these magazines.
I would have loved to hear this conversation. She's like,
Oh,
well,
yeah.
we don't have that, but we do have Dirty Hot Slut Moms.
Yeah.
6. Awesome.
It's like the scene in Clerks when he's reading off the videos.
Oh, yeah.
Oh, yeah.
Absolutely. So funny.
Yeah, so I'm like, all right. I'm like, she's like, yeah, we have, I don't know, whatever it is, like club and whatever else. So I'm like, great, see you in a bit. So I go up there and
He should have asked if you could like reserve one.
yeah,
Like, in case there's a rush for dirty magazines, can you put that one aside for me so I know it's there?
so I walk in there and I'm like looking around. So there's only one other guy that's like looking at things, and then there's like a lady that's at the register. And so I'm like, and there's some guy, I don't know if he's like a sales rep or if he was just there hanging out, just a weirdo. So I'm like, oh, there are the magazines, like right next to the register, like kind of caught up. So I'm like looking at this, and it's like club, and I don't know, there's like 18 plus or whatever. And I'm like, this is cool, this is fine, this is fine. And then I see one that says like 50 plus, and I'm like,
Wow.
this is hilarious. But it was like a boring cover. It was just like one lady with like stars over the nipples.
No, that's not that.
And then I found one was like, this one's like 40 plus, and I go, this has got 3 like really old looking ladies on the cover. This will
yeah.
be hilarious.
Yeah.
And so as I'm like taking it and like I bring it up to like the register, and I'm like laughing to myself. I'm like, this is gonna be so funny. Then realizing that I'm actually almost 40.
Right. You're ready for 40 plus.
Yeah, and
That's
like
your target demographic now.
yeah, I'm like, oh shit, wait, like I'm buying a magazine that's like actually in my age range.
Yeah, you're buying it as a gag. Like,
Yeah.
who'd want to fuck a 40-year-old?
Right.
When you're what, 39?
I will be.
Right. So it's like, ugh. Who'd want to have sex with someone that's 40?
Ugh,
That's-
loose skin and
yeah,
old balls.
Yeah, exactly.
Gross.
Gross. Oh my god, it's so funny.
So I thought that was pretty funny. And the weird thing is too is like calling around too. Like I actually called a few different stores after the fact. So I was like, I need to have something to kind of cover the magazine.
Sure.
Oh, by the way, she's like, do you want a bag for this? I go, no.
No.
Yeah, I'm good.
No, I'm gonna leave it on the dash.
Yeah.
sweetheart. I'm proud to be who I am.
Yeah, I want them 40 plus, baby.
Fuck yeah.
But I was like, I stopped at other stores. So like I'm like, hey, do you guys sell magazines here? I was like, is that still a thing? And the guy's like, no. It's like an older guy too. So he's
Yeah.
like, he like laughed like, bro, come on. And I'm like,
Maybe that's like a vintage thing. Maybe that's like we were talking earlier about people that run record stores. So maybe it's like people that like are super into vinyl. They're like, oh, I like to get tangible magazines.
yeah.
Which is a really strange like group trend for people to take part of. And they want to be old school with that type. I mean, why other than a gag would anybody buy a porno mag?
Yeah, it's
I
usually
have
for
live
like,
porno on my phone 24 hours a day
Oh, yeah.
for free.
yeah, it's
I'm not
usually,
giving you $6 for 40 plus magazine.
yeah, get that shit for free. It's usually for like what, like birthday parties, bachelorette
Sure.
parties,
I guess, yeah.
Get
Yeah, I
like a
don't know.
big black butts.
Yeah, Blacktail. That was a good one. Blacktail was a good magazine. I preferred getting my my porno videos from like Family
Video?
Video, you
Oh
remember
yeah,
that?
they used to have the little porn room.
Yeah, with the saloon doors.
saloon doors,
Where
yeah,
they
yeah.
always squeak so loud so
Yeah.
everybody would know that you're a piece of shit.
They purposely didn't oil those.
100%. Yeah. You would walk in, it's like, and it's like, no, I'm just back here for anabolic cum shots and I'll be right on my way. Yeah, it's awesome. I fucking love it.
Well,
Man, adult
Trends.
smart. Yeah, that I can't believe that is still a thing. But yeah, going back to magazines, I don't understand that trend. That's crazy to me.
trends and the records is a whole trend.
Yeah, it is. But I mean,
the records are cool.
records
though.
are cool. I agree with that.
There's a lot of fucking stupid trends that came out like over the last
Couple years.
20 years,
Oh
I
my
bet
God,
at
over
least.
20. Fuck, there's so many dumb.
What do you think? What's coming to mind first?
So I actually saw one online not too long ago, and it was popular I think last year, and it's bananas.
BANAS.
I use that specifically because the trend was the banana Sprite challenge.
I do remember this.
Do you remember this?
Yeah.
It's like the milk challenge, where like the milk challenge, it's supposed to be impossible to drink a gallon of milk in an hour and keep
Yeah.
it down. This you're supposed to house 2 whole bananas, and then you have to drink like a liter of Sprite.
Yeah.
And it's supposed to be extraordinarily painful. Like for some reason, your body's just like all this potassium, all this fake sugar, all this carbonation makes you feel like you're gonna explode from the inside.
Yeah.
So I'm totally down to try it. Because I'm not gonna be defeated by 2 fucking bananas and a soda.
I mean, I would love to see this.
we'll
and
do
now we can.
We're
people
doing
here
this.
are fucking-
You see it here first.
Yeah.
We're fucking doing it.
Bring it back.
But if I'm doing that challenge, then you're doing another one.
Oh,
I'm thinking maybe cinnamon.
Oh god.
I've actually already done the cinnamon challenge.
Have you?
Yeah, I haven't choked on it yet.
That's what she said.
Yeah.
All right, what about you? You got a funny, stupid trend?
Planking.
So dumb.
It was dumb.
There was literally just an article the other day about like the oldest woman ever who completed a 4.5-hour plank.
That's just taking a nap.
That's exactly what it is. Like I do 5-hour planks every night. You
Yeah.
old bitch. Like, that's not amazing. Wow, look at him laying still there.
You know, it's-
incredible.
Grandma's been laying in the planking for years in the casket.
Yeah.
Oh.
Oh, man.
Sorry.
Ding. We
No,
look
yeah.
dark as fuck.
So we
there.
got all these buttons and shit we got to start using
Yeah,
now.
right.
There's a
Oh.
boo when there's bad jokes.
Yeah, we need
We'll
to
start
we need like a
implementing-
womp
or implementing
there,
those.
or like something really somber, maybe taps.
Yeah.
Yeah. Something.
Crickets. So the funny thing is though, like that was like I feel like in the teens of the 2000s that came out, but I remember seeing or reading something that the first planking idea of this came out really like around like the 80s. And it really it was like these like two dudes or two like teenagers or something like that there was like a baseball game going on, like a local softball game or something like that. And these two kids just went out to the outfield and just laid face down in the outfield, just waiting to see if anybody was going to react to it or be like, get the fuck out of here, or like trip over the body or whatever. And I don't think anything really ever came out of it. But from what I understand, that's kind of where it started until slowly people were trying to bring it out to a thing until it actually hit like that, like
Yeah.
mid 2000 teens area.
Yeah, I don't get it. I mean, I know that people use it like as an exercise, like you can plank and it's supposed to be like good for your core or whatever. But you know full well that if they had a dirty magazine that was like
40 plus
plump plankers, you would buy that shit for sure.
Oh, absolutely.
Yeah. Yeah.
You gotta look at
some
it.
spunky old broad just planking with probably doing the 4-finger spread at the same time.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah. Yeah, I would definitely, I would subscribe. I'd get a monthly subscription to that. Yeah. So
You gotta look at
so
it.
I just get, every day I get another old lady planking, pussy in her butthole. That sounds awesome. Tide Pods.
Tide Pods.
What
That
the
was also,
fuck,
I was
dude?
thinking about that also.
So dumb. I mean, listen, Tide Pods are great for the community.
I've never actually used one. I just use like regular detergent, like an adult.
In your mouth?
Yeah.
Yeah, like an
yeah.
asshole?
I take shots.
Yeah, yeah.
Shot.
Yeah,
Shot.
My breath
Yeah.
is so fresh. Yeah, but I think it's great that kids were doing that because we don't need those kids. It's
Yeah.
fine. Just go ahead and have two Tide Pod. If you're gonna have one, be a man and have two.
Yeah.
And
Did I say two?
and we'll
Better
play-
make it three.
Yeah. Don't be a pussy.
Yeah.
Yeah. We need to have that taps button so we can do a little salute to all these children that are going to die from eating these Tide Pods, but
Or they already have.
yeah, which is fine. Listen, this is natural selection, baby. Let's just take them out. If you're thinking that's a
Natural
smart idea,
selection. Exactly how I was thinking.
goodbye. Girl dinner. Do you remember that? Girl dinner. It's just like chicks eating a bunch of like snacky, weird varieties of foods because they don't want to commit to one thing. So you don't remember or have not heard of this?
No,
term?
I have no idea what that is.
Yeah.
Explain that.
Yeah, it's just, you know how chicks are they're always having the conversation like, where do you want to eat? I don't know. Where do you want to eat? I don't know where. And then you're like, oh, what about here? And they're like, no. What about here?
Oh.
No. So the idea of girl dinner was they put out this video of all these chicks that are just like, they would stop at a bazillion places. They'd go like get like a 4-piece nugget from Wendy's, and then they'd go get like
French fries from McDonald's.
Yeah, exactly. Right. So they'd go get all this
Make
stuff.
their own like buffet
Yeah,
snack.
exactly.
Okay.
And that was called girl dinner because then they get everything that they actually want and they don't have to bitch about it.
That
anymore.
actually makes a lot of sense.
Yeah, sadly it does.
Here's actually one that I thoroughly enjoyed was the Harlem Shake. Remember that?
Oh my God, I loved it.
I loved it.
I thought that was a great trick.
Yeah, I'm actually like pissed that like my friends and I like didn't like jump on this train
Yeah,
just
dude.
to have on YouTube like 20 or 10 years ago, whatever it was.
Seeing Tito do it and seeing the tribe do it, you know, the sports teams were doing it. It was super, super fun. It was such a great positive trend too.
Oh yeah.
So a lot of fun. Like, I mean, I know it's not a trend, but like that stuff makes me think of, you know, the Savannah Bananas. Mm-hmm. Like that shit is making that sport so fun.
Oh yeah.
And the Harlem Shake videos were like super fun too.
Actually, I wanna play this here.
Yeah, go ahead.
Just so this rings a bell in everybody's head, or if you didn't know what it was.
Harlem Shake. Oh, dude, that's such a dirty, nasty. Look at that face. Oh, shit. Wow, you got really into that.
Yeah, no, that was the fun thing is like, and if you don't know what the Harlem Shake is, just fucking look it up on YouTube.
Yeah, exactly.
I
Just
mean,
type
it's
that
just
in.
people making one dance motion until it fucking the beat drops, and then it's just chaos.
Everybody was fucking absolutely hysterical.
And I think there was like a poop version that, if I remember
that
correctly.
I do not know.
I think there was,
surprise
right?
me that they have that and that you found it.
Well, I remember this from like when this came out. Tommy, have you seen this?
No.
It's
No,
like
not
it's
at all.
like I don't even remember what the
Harlem
beginning. Well, there's like in the beginning, like it was like a regular. They're I don't know dancing around a bathroom or something, and I feel like when the beat drops, it's like someone like taking a shit from like on top of the stall wall, or
Of course
it's
is.
something to do with poop. It was just Boo would probably really love
I was
this video.
just gonna say it sounds. I'm pretty sure that you are mixing two things together. I think maybe you had like some mushroom tea, and then you just remember, like you heard the Harlem Shake, and you were talking to Boo, and he's like, that one time that I shit from on top of the stall, and you're like, you made a music video in your mind.
I'm mixing up Harlem Shake with
Yeah.
Poop Fest.
Yeah,
You're
exactly.
not wrong. When I
Oh,
typed in Harlem Shake,
motherfucker.
the first thing that popped up was poop.
Okay.
Harlem Shake poop.
I see. I told you. I
It
knew there
says,
was one.
warning, got
um,
blocked from YouTube in 2 hours because of shopping. It's shocking and disgusting.
Of course, it's not going to be on YouTube,
It-
but I'm
well,
sure
it
it's like
was
on
for a
like
minute.
Vimeo or Pornhub or X videos or whatever the fuck.
You gotta go on the dark web.
Yeah.
By the way, I heard you say you're not wrong, you fucking asshole. So don't get me started.
That's what I thought you said.
Fuck off. I'm not in the mood.
Yeah.
I'm having a great day. Otherwise, don't get me fucking riled up.
I love it.
Let's see what else. Text, not next, but text door neighbor. Do you remember this?
Oh, is this the one where you had to like text somebody that's like one number off from yours?
Yeah. And you're like, hey, we're text door neighbors.
Oh, okay.
I would lose my fucking mind. If
I
somebody
feel
would
like that's a
text me that.
sketchy thing to do.
It's super sketchy. I would take it to like a really, really dark place if somebody did that. I'd be like,
If they texted
if
you,
they texted me and they're like, hey, we're text door neighbors. I'd be like, I just went over my my minutes allotment and my dad's gonna beat the fuck out of me. So I don't know who this is, but
but I don't think that's a
I hope
thing.
it was goddamn worth it because I'm gonna get my ass tan, like raw, yeah, and just make it like this person regrets their day for that.
I don't think that they like the minutes thing is like a thing anymore, right?
It's probably not. Yeah,
Let's say if you want to be our text our neighbor, you can text us.
yeah, that's
Oh
true.
yeah. Actually, this is great. Okay, so the hotline, Pizza Bagel Hotline's 440-363.
0121.
So which means it's just you take the last number is what you change,
Yeah,
right?
you just add like one to it.
So it's going to be 0120 or 0122.
Either or.
Cool. Well, if you guys, anybody out there, 440-363-0120 or 0122,
Yeah.
shoot us a text, little text door neighbor.
Yeah. 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 Send a little hello.
I didn't even think about that. Good call, Tomboy.
Oh my God. What an annoying thing.
So here's the deal though. Like, was there a part of this trend where you're supposed to say something specific, or you're just like, "Hey,
No.
text door neighbor"?
Yep, that's exactly what it was.
Okay.
It was like, hey, what's up, buddy? We're one number apart. And that person would be like, cool, we should hang out sometime. Like, no, they're not going to fucking say
I mean, I feel like this
and
could
if
be.
they do, that's just purely for you to get murdered by that
Yeah.
person. Right? That person's like, wow, I've identified my first victim.
I mean, imagine the amount of people that did this. At least one of those people that got a text is in fact a serial killer.
100%. And you know that there's been so many responses with dick pics. Like, someone's just like, hey, text our neighbor. There's like, bloop.
Fuck you.
Here's
Here are my balls.
Not fuck you, just like, hey, are you interested in this perhaps? And it's just fucking dick.
Like you texted me. I mean, oh yeah, that would be. See, that's also what's sketchy. Is like, what if there's a lot of people that give their like children cell phones.
Oh my God.
You start texting a minor, like a 15, 14-year-old.
Oh, dude, like you're going to prison. You're just like, hey, text door neighbor, and they're like, mommy.
Yeah.
Like, okay. Now you have to, walk around your neighborhood and identify yourself to everyone.
Like, it's not my fault. They fucking texted me first.
Right. I didn't know that that 10-year-old was going to be such a tightwad about it.
Then you're on
Well, it's
Catch
your fault
Predator.
for giving him a goddamn phone.
You're on a Catch Predator, and then on somebody's podcast later.
Yeah. There you go.
Oh, when we caught a predator.
Yeah,
That was a great episode.
that was a great episode.
Go ahead.
What about the duck face thing?
ugh, worst. And you know what? People still fucking do it. Like,
I'll be
you know,
perfect on
it
that.
started with Zoolander. And
Yeah.
Zoolander did it best. Like, that duck face for all of his poses, which were identical, was fantastic.
Yeah.
And then, I don't know, like, do you think that was a trend before Zoolander, or do you think Zoolander started that trend?
That's a great question.
Yeah.
Tomboy?
I would have to say Zoolander started it, but
I think so, too.
Can
we look up?
look
Yeah,
at what
yeah,
came
yeah.
first?
This is what we
year
don't
did-
pay you
Chicken
for.
or the
Yeah,
egg?
yeah, this is why you're wildly not paid.
Yeah. Yeah, look to see, like, what year Duck Faces.
Versus what year Zoolander came out.
Yeah.
So is it Blue Steel created Duckface or Duckface created Blue Steel? Wow, that's
This is a great question.
for the ages.
Yeah, it sure
we are
is.
really. These are the hard.
That's what Tomboy said. He says the chicken or the egg.
Yeah, exactly.
Mhm.
Oh my god, one of my favorite. I was quick aside while he's looking that up. One of my favorite T-shirts is it's a bed with a chicken and an egg in it together, and the egg is smoking a cigarette, and the little blurb of his conversation says, "I think I did." Who came first?
Yeah.
So fucking
No, I
good.
get it.
Yeah, jokes are funnier when you explain them, though.
So Duckface started in 2009.
What?
Okay.
The Duck Faces?
Duckface? And when did Zoolander come out?
What do you before you say as you're looking at what year? What do you guess?
2002.
Oof, I was thinking. Hold on.
It's got to be 20 years old.
I was thinking around the early 2000s. I'm gonna guess I'm gonna go 2003.
Oh, you're gonna Price is Right?
Yeah, sure am.
motherfucker.
$1, Bob.
Yep.
Dave wins by it's 2001.
Oh shit!
Well, we both went over. So
yeah.
we both lose.
Yeah.
But
I knew. I was like thinking. I'm like, shit. You're right. I know it was right. Then I'm like, because I was working at Hollywood Video when I was like 16,
nice.
17. So I'm like, did it come out before I started or was it after? Like while I was there?
I also worked at a Hollywood Video. How long did you work for a Hollywood Video?
Probably like 2 years.
Holy shit! You were
Yeah.
a responsible kid. I worked there for 1.5 shifts.
Did you talk about this already or no?
I think so. Yeah, this is when I went on that tear of getting fired nonstop, just out of
yeah.
my system when I was like, I don't know, 17 years old. I remember I had to go do my. Speaking of, well, not that I was going to hit them before, but do your taxes. Tomboy, do your taxes. They're doing like 3
yeah.
days.
Already done.
2 days.
Make sure you get that shit done.
Get that shit done.
2 days. It's on the 15th,
2
right?
days. Yep.
You got until Monday.
But when I was, I think, 17 years old, I had to have my taxes done by a professional accountant. I had to go to a CPA because I had 11 W-2s.
I remember you fucking
I had
mentioned.
11
That's
I had
ridiculous.
11 jobs in a year. And by the way, I made like, I don't know, like $6,500 that year. Like, it was no money.
How
I had to pay them all like more. It was ridiculous.
how were people like these businesses being like looking at your resume or whatever and be like, oh, you worked at this place for
Oh, no.
2
I
weeks
didn't.
and this place for 3 days and this.
No, they were just hiring a high school kid. So I didn't even put, like, when I worked at the gas station for 3.5 shifts, and then somebody did a gas and run, and I called the boss, and I was like, what do I do? And he's like, well, if they took off on your shift, you're responsible for that money. And I was like, oh, okay. So I'm
gonna lock the store up and leave.
I
Just so
locked
you
the
know.
store up. I pulled my car up to the same pump. I filled up my tank, and then I fucking left. So Hollywood Video, the guy told me that he saw staples on the floor, so he knew I hadn't vacuumed the evening before, and I was like, cool, fuck you. I just walked out.
You didn't try to battle and be like, fuck you. That happened
geez.
after.
Whatever. No, I'm not gonna have an argument with this old geriatric person
guess
about
if you're-
6 staples on the floor. I was fucking 16. I
know, but I feel like
that's
that's
shit.
that's like when you're most angsty and like ready to fucking like argue. Like,
No, I stopped at the bowling alley and got a job there on my way home, so I was all set.
fair enough.
Yeah, I worked at Geppetto's Pizza for a little while. I took a bunch of jobs, but yeah, that was really dumb. But I haven't. I'm trying to think if I've been fired since. I don't think I have.
Good for you.
Thanks.
That's good.
I blasted it all out when I was a kid. Now
Just get
I'm
it
a
all.
fucking
It's
grown-up.
being fired out of your system.
I'm telling you, it totally
Didn't know
worked.
that was a thing.
Yeah, I mean, I think that's responsible. I think I didn't intend to, but I did a responsible thing.
I feel like we just completely sidetracked
We
ourselves.
absolutely did. All right,
So
back to
duck
trends.
faces.
Yeah, duck face.
Yeah. So
So
yeah, that was a stupid thing. And then so apparently Zoolander came out first, right? 01?
Yeah, and 8 years later is 2009.
Oh.
So
Okay,
Zoolander
so-
invented duck face.
Yeah.
yeah, there's
sucks.
an article on GQ that says how Blue Steel predicted the selfie culture.
Mm-hmm.
It's
100%
really
accurate.
did.
Yeah.
100% accurate. How funny is that this was a show about like the most vapid, empty people, these male models, and all they're doing is duck face, and then it turned into like this cultural trend of chicks doing it to think it makes them look hot.
Oh yeah. It's a movie, not a show, by the way.
That's what I meant.
Yeah. Oh yeah. And then all of those photos in 2009. That was MySpace. Was that still around then?
Yeah, give or take.
About MySpace era.
That was about the time I was getting off MySpace.
Yeah, it's about when everybody started jumping to Facebook.
Facebook. Okay. Yeah.
Before
can
you-
we-
People were still.
before
Yeah. So
mom
then.
jumped into it.
Yeah.
Real quick, let's all agree MySpace was infinitely better. And we're
Oh,
all
100%.
all fools for having gone to Facebook.
No, absolutely.
I will take
We thought
Tom
those-
over Zuck any fucking day of the week.
100%. Like, and the thing is, like, everybody thought that we needed to switch over to Facebook because, like, well, it's originally only for college kids,
Right.
and then, but if we start I can't fucking talk, infiltrating it, then like we can be part of Facebook, which happened. But then, like, everybody and their mothers.
Well,
no pun
everybody started
intended,
getting on MySpace, and then it was like, all right, well, next trend, and then
Right.
that's what happened to
But
me. So.
But like Bagel said, like,
you
if
know.
we would have fucking stuck it out.
Yeah, dude. I mean, never mind the fact that the MySpace top 8 was the greatest social equalizer of all time to fuck with all of your friends.
Oh yeah.
Drop someone out of your top 8 and they're like, you get a phone call. Like, someone's like, what happened? And that's awesome. And then also, like, you could link, like, you could set up your background so, like, it had motion to it. You could
Yep.
add music to it.
Shit for like the mouse. Yeah.
It was super cool how much you could customize it. And now we have Facebook, and it's like, you can't do any of that
I
shit.
feel like a lot of people like also learned like HTML during that time,
Right.
or until they made pages where you could just copy and paste. But
Right.
still, in the beginning, you had to fucking know how to do it or learn how to.
Yeah.
I think there was actually a meme that came out that said it was like a meme of like a tweet, and it's like it would be really sweet if like Facebook would let us like add music to like our page, so when people visited,
Right.
be like, oh, we finally found the first generation that has no idea what the fuck MySpace is.
Right. That's so sad.
All right, let's
So
do this
sad.
right now. If you had a MySpace page right now, what was song you play?
Oh, that's a great question.
Oh, great question.
Besides the Pizza Bagel theme song,
Right.
Which is
Well, that would have to be
fucking
for the page.
dope.
The-
Yeah, we would have Pizza Bagel. You're right. So,
All right, the first song that comes to mind would be the song's called "Hippos in the Water" by the band Mom Jeans.
Wow.
Yeah.
I have no idea what that is.
You don't
either.
but there's probably listeners that do. It's a fucking song that fucking gets you pumped the fuck up.
Sure. Yeah, I would go probably either "C'est La Vie" by Young Gravy.
Okay,
It's fucking.
I know
it's
we've been
fucking
at the pub where
amazing.
you
Yeah,
played
I
it.
played it every bar.
Yeah.
Or I would play "Bar Breaker" by Professor. It's, I love white rappers who are super audacious like that.
Sure.
And that are funny. Like the first line of "C'est La Vie" is like, "Big bitch, I'll attack on Titan. Need a hot VP like Biden." Awesome. Like, fuck yeah. So nonsensical, so funny. And plus his name's Young Gravy. I'm all about it.
Mm-hmm.
He looks like he's a 70s porno star, and he's like 7 feet tall.
I think you had to
my
show
fucking
me
hero.
a photo of this dude because I had
my
no
fucking
idea. Like, I've
hero.
heard the name Young Gravy, but I'm like, I don't listen to any of this, like the modern,
Yeah.
as everyone calls it, the mumble rap.
Yeah.
I don't listen to like any of those artists.
He's not mumble rap. He's more like Lil Dicky.
Right. Yeah. Which you showed me that, and I'm like, okay, but like he's out though during that time period that everybody was coming out during
Yeah, 100%.
all of the other
One of my
bullshit.
few regrets as far. I'm not a big live music guy.
Really?
I know you are. Yeah.
Live music's fucking awesome.
No, it's not. It fucking sucks.
What do you mean no? Why does it suck?
You have to buy a ticket. You have to wait in line. You have to stand the whole time. Drinks are expensive. It's too fucking loud. I'm tired often.
Have you always felt this way?
Bathrooms are gross. Public bathrooms, yeah.
So the fuck what?
So the fuck what?
Yeah, you fucking. It doesn't matter if the bathrooms are disgusting. Just piss on the floor.
And the one thing that's going for it is what? What is the reason to go when I can just buy the album and listen to it at the volume of my choice while I take a shit in the house that I own?
Because it's all watching the experience of them playing it live and singing it live together with them and a bunch of people together.
Cool.
Moshing,
have it on IMAX.
crowd
I'm
surfing.
moshing? What the? I'm 42 years
I'm
old.
not talking about right now, fuckface. I'm talking
a
about in your
job.
fucking 20s.
I'm gonna break my femur if I go moshing right now. Plus my back's gonna hurt. I'm gonna be late for work tomorrow.
Oh, I feel like that's how everybody is now. Yeah,
This is fucking silly
at our age.
now.
But I'm talking about in your fucking 20s. You
Not
still
a-
hated going to shows?
I never liked it. Never.
What the fuck? You
Never liked
fucking
it.
puss.
I went to Ozfest in '97. It was a lot of
Ozfest.
fun. What is that? I'm a pussy for going to Ozfest.
It's the fucking shitty example. Like a festival's different than a fucking just a show at the Agora.
I don't want to go to the Agora. Have you seen the bathroom there? It's disgusting.
It's probably better than a fucking whatever bathrooms, porta potties that everyone was shitting and pissing all over at Ozfest.
Well, I was a kid when I went to Ozfest,
Oh,
and
okay.
I learned my fucking
Wow,
lesson.
great excuse.
And I learned my lesson, so I don't want to go and take shits at the Agora.
Then take a shit before you leave.
Sometimes I have to take extra shits. Pizza. I can't predict my shit factory all the time. Sometimes I take 5 shits by noon.
That's
I
a
live-
lot of shits.
I
That's
live-
too many shits before
I
noon.
live a rock and roll lifestyle, culinarily and with alcohol. Okay, so if I eat
5 shits before noon. When's the last time you saw your doctor?
a doctor? What am I, a millionaire? I have a doctor.
Well, I imagine you probably would. You're an adult. You got insurance.
I
I'm
do
sure
have
you got a
insurance.
primary doctor.
I do, but he's really
Tell
far,
him
he's
about
really far away.
So you just don't go.
And I hate driving. Yeah. Yeah, so no, I'm not doing that.
Anyways, I imagine literally everybody that's listening to this is going to disagree with you about
Which
shows.
is fine. That's totally fine. I totally get that.
You can't-
That's a big thing for people, but it's not a thing for me.
And all right, so I know we got sidetracked. What was the whole point of this in the first place? You're like, I don't like live music. I know you do.
was,
You're going to say something, and I sidetracked you completely because
like
it's the
Facebook,
most
MySpace.
ridiculous thing ever.
Oh, the songs that we were picking?
Oh, okay.
And into the bands and into mumble rap.
Yeah, that's where it started. But it was
Yeah.
for MySpace.
But live music, I don't know. It's just not for me, man.
Fuck you.
Well, fuck you. I mean, I'm
Fuck yourself. You'll get
I'm
more
not
pussy.
treading on you, like by saying I'm not going to.
I know. I shouldn't really be offended,
How
but
are you
like,
offended
I
that
mean,
I don't
the
want to
music-
do a thing that you want to do.
I
You're so
know.
selfish. It's unbelievable.
live music is like one of the dopest things you could fucking do, especially as a kid. Like I think I went to concerts at least 2 to 3 times a month.
What?
Yeah.
Did you not have parents that cared about you?
Where do you think I was getting the money from?
Oh my god.
Well, I mean, it's also working at Hollywood Video, so I was getting a
Bring-
paycheck.
bringing in those big bucks.
Yeah. But my $178 paycheck after tax were taken out, working,
God,
getting
that's
$5 an hour.
100% accurate. by
Yeah,
the way.
for 2 weeks.
For 2 weeks. Yeah. And you felt like you were like the king of Prussia.
Hell yeah,
You
dude!
had
Like
so many
this check
shekels
was
on you.
almost $200.
Dude, I made almost $200 in 2 weeks.
I'm gonna buy your ticket and your ticket,
Yep.
dude. We're gonna go see
We're
fucking
going.
yeah.
All right. I'm trying to think of
Back on the trends. We
Yeah.
got fucking way sidetracked. What
We
else?
sure
What's
did.
else is scraping your head here?
for trends.
Mm-hmm.
Selfie sticks.
Selfie sticks.
Dude, so dumb.
That was a huge thing.
So dumb.
I feel like I don't really see them much anymore.
No, because it was
most places banned them.
what's that?
Most places banned them
Why?
Is that
because they're
accurate?
annoying to everybody else around you.
Because it's just a fucking big giant thing. It's just
Yeah.
like in the way, and like
Yeah, they're so
motherfucker,
annoying.
move your stick. I can
It
like,
can be considered a weapon if you really
I
were a
guess.
dick about it.
So could Dan and Roseanne Connor be considered a goddamn weapon? That's right. Those are my fucking
Yeah,
fist
yeah,
names.
yeah.
So yeah, selfie sticks were super, super dumb. You know, the only application that I think makes sense for them is a centerpiece for tables at a wedding. That's a great idea because the selfie sticks just can hook onto any cell phone. So then you can have just people take pictures with their cell phones
And then
with their
just send
selfie
them.
sticks, send all of them into like one like Shutterfly page, and then you can just print all of them instead of having a photographer.
Yeah, not bad.
Yeah, so that would be a good application. But other than that,
I didn't really give a fuck. I mean, it would be funny to see people doing it, but like at the same time, like I got short little arms, dude. Like I never owned one, but like I understand. Like it comes in pretty good use.
yeah, I don't know. I think it would have one single use for me. I would use it. I would look at my butthole and then I'd throw it in the trash. Probably.
After seeing your own butthole.
Yeah, I would look at my butthole and be like, ugh. The quality
Yeah,
on this
write a
camera is,
review and
the
you want
quality
your
on
money
this camera is so hairy. Just throw it in the garbage.
You write a review, you want your money back.
One star. My
It's not
butthole
my
looked
butthole, and I want-
disgusting.
I want my money back.
Yeah. I bought this new selfie stick and it put all these dingleberries in this picture. Gross.
Yeah.
1 star.
What about mannequin challenge? Do you remember that one?
I don't. Just standing still?
Yeah, it's one where like one person would like pan across an entire room, and as they're doing it, it's like literally just like a handful of people just frozen like a mannequin. But and it's like, okay, I get it, and they're like, this is kind of dumb, but more and more were coming out where like the family would be doing it, but they're like there's like the dad like frozen like this, but then the dog is fucking like held up, like humping his fucking leg, and it's like, okay, that was worth it. That was good.
So this is like so this is another trend that kind of ties into that, but this is like an individual, like a flash mob, right?
Flash mob,
people do those flash mobs, like where everybody would stop moving completely for like 30 seconds or whatever.
Yeah.
And then I love like the other flash mobs that are fun, where like somebody, like a bunch of people show up and they'll all play the same song. Like one person will show up with a trumpet in the middle of a train station, and they'll just start playing like the intro to Star Wars, and then everybody on the balcony like ends up with cellos somehow, and they all start playing, and then everybody's playing like that. Shit is so fun.
I thought that was cool. I thought the flash mobs were pretty dope.
Yeah, those were awesome.
Would you join one if you had a chance to? Yeah.
If I had a skill, I absolutely would.
Well,
I can't offer much to the world.
Yeah, but would you do like the Frozen one though?
Sure. Yeah, 100%.
Yeah, I feel like it was always just happening at like the Grand Central Station or other places around New York.
Yeah, not having it in Lakewood, Ohio.
Yeah.
Too much, but you know what?
I'm sure there probably was ones that were in Cleveland.
We can change that. We can start
a new one.
Yeah, why not? We'll take the Pizza Bagels show on the road, and we'll do a flash mob one time.
Sick.
Yeah.
I love it.
Yeah, we'll have people like you'll have to text in or something or call, and we'll figure out some way where you have to get like invites, and then we can all get together and flash mob it out together. That'd be fun.
I love it. Let's do it.
Down. Yeah.
That's gonna be planned for. Fuck it. Next year.
Yeah, next
we
year.
got too much shit to worry about right now.
Yeah, we're busy.
So yeah, next year we'll worry about the flash mob pizza bagel show.
All right, so man perms. Have you seen these men getting perms, like hairdo perms?
Well, is this kind of like when we had Duddy on, and he's talking about like all the Gen Z kids like having like the froze? Is this kind of what you're talking about? Well, I mean, but it's got to be. Yeah. I'm assuming what you're talking about is like before.
You're probably right.
This trend for the Gen Z, right? So I'm sorry. Go on.
No, I mean it's just it always makes me think of that song from Coming to America, "Let Your Soul Glow."
Oh yeah.
You hear that? And by the way, that song's so great. It's sung by a very very squat white guy, by the way, which is shocking. I don't know if you've ever seen the video of it, but it's incredible. And then there's that one part in the movie where they all have their little afro jerry curls, and they all get up off the couch, and there's just like grease stains.
Oh yeah.
From it. But yeah, that's a complete aside. But yeah, apparently these kids are just getting these perm haircuts where they have to like, permanent, right? So it's like permanently curly for typically Caucasian people to get hair.
The curly hair.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And I was looking at pictures of it, and it's fucking ridiculous. Like, but again, you know, we had stupid hair trends when we were kids. Like I had a rat tail.
I had a bowl cut.
Oh my god, I had a bowl cut forever.
Yeah.
I had a bowl cut until I had this haircut. I've had 2 haircuts in my whole 3. I had a rat tail, I had a bowl cut, and I have the haircut I have right now. That's it. Those are the only 3 haircuts I've ever had.
Amazing.
Did I ever tell you the rat tail story?
I don't know.
Was I
Maybe.
to yesterday we were calling it fucking Rat Tail Saturday. It was Thomas. It was Sheesh.
Sheesh?
Yeah. And I was telling somehow he brought up Rat Tail, and I was telling him the story about I was like 8 years old. And, you know, my folks got divorced when I was 1, so I was with my dad every other weekend since forever. And so I went there when I was like 8. We're staying at his 1-bedroom apartment in Greenwich Village, Manhattan. And he's like, "Oh, what do you got hanging out the back of your neck there?" And I go, that's a rat tail. And he goes, "Oh, it's kind of gay." And I go, "Well, I'm 8.
Yeah.
I'm not really trying to slay puss yet, Dad."
Yeah.
So...
Balls have dropped that.
Yeah, you're kind of jumping the gun here a little bit. You can't call me gay because I'm not old enough to want, you know, sex with a dude or a chick. So.
Yeah.
But anyway, long story short, I slept on his couch because he slept in the bedroom, and I woke up the next morning, and as soon as I sat up, I saw my rat tail on his coffee table. Snipped it off while I was sleeping.
Fucking A. Did he at least put a ribbon around it?
You know what? I was telling Tom he should have. What I should have done is I should have like super glued it to his forehead and told him he looked like gay, like super gay.
Oh, dude, that would have been so funny.
Look how gay your face is now, Dad.
Yeah. Who's gay now, Dad?
Yeah. You're not the boss of me. You're gay, Dad.
Yeah,
that'd be awesome.
That's funny.
I missed out on that, but yeah, that was a dumb hair trend.
My buddy had one, and we were also 8. It was like that 3rd grade, 4th grade, 8, 9 years old.
Yeah.
And his mom fucking loved it.
The rat tail?
Yeah. She fucking loved it. And the only reason why he had it is because like she was kind of basically making him have this. And
a forcible rat tail.
Kind of, yeah.
Wow, what kind of shit is bouncing around in her mind?
I know,
she's
right?
Like, I need to put this on you. You need a rat tail.
Mm-hmm. So the one time his dad took him to go get a haircut, and the barber's like, "Are we keeping the rat tail or are we cutting it off?" And his dad like looks over at him and he's kind of giving him like the puppy eyes, like, "Please, Dad, like, please cut this fucking thing off.
Oh, dude, okay.
Please cut it off." And he said that like his dad told him, was like, "Dude, your mom's gonna be so mad." And he's like, "Please, Dad, just cut it off."
Yeah.
Because I'm sure he was probably getting made fun of at school. Like,
no doubt.
yeah.
Well, hey, Joe Dirt.
Yeah. Well,
like
before that, yeah.
Right. But, yeah, same thing. Like, I mean, it was like a status symbol of being like white trash.
Yeah. Yep. And so he desperately like was like begging to fucking get this thing cut off, and his dad's like, "Fuck, I guess I'm gonna have to. All right, fine, go ahead, cut it off." And then they did it, and then we went back to the. I guess when we got back to the house, the mom like freaked out. She's like, "What the hell happened?"
Oh, I bet.
And they basically were in cahoots and are like, "Listen, here's the deal. Tell your mom that, like, it was an accident."
Sure. They
The
nicked
barber
it off
didn't.
by accident.
Yeah, and we had to.
Right.
But she believed, and then from that point forward, he was like
Just
free
lies,
of the rat
lies to
tail.
mom,
Yeah.
I mean, you got to do what you got to do. You can't
Yeah.
grow up with a rat tail and be a grown up with a rat tail. You can't make mom happy forever with a fucking long ass rat tail.
Yeah.
Not cool. Let's see. Fucking dabbing. I think we talked about that with Duddy. The
Oh yeah.
what does that even mean? Do you
I don't-
do you know? I don't know.
I don't know where this
Fucking
started. It was just like a whole thing. Tommy boy, can you pull that up?
Do you know like what the significance of that is? I don't know.
I don't know.
Everybody was doing it.
It's like the
yeah,
I don't know. I don't know.
I don't
Yeah, I don't know where
understand
that started from.
but that was a big thing. There was, and this is gonna derail us for a moment. Also, there was a game called Chubby Bunny.
You talked about this like in the beginning episodes.
Oh, really?
Yeah, like shoving all the marshmallows in.
Yeah. Because I had that boss, Jewish Jeremy.
Yep.
And
that's where I remember you talking about then.
plowed like 32 full-size marshmallows into his mouth and could, coherently say Chubby Bunny. And at the very end of it, when he spits all the marshmallows out, I'm like, how did you do that without barfing? And he's like, I don't have a gag reflex because I don't have a uvula. And I go,
Oh yeah.
well, then how do you pee? And he looked at me and he literally looked at me and he said, "Are you retarded?" And I said, "Retarded like a fox." And I walked out of the kitchen and he's like, "Is he literally
Nice.
retarded at all?" Yeah.
Like
it was
the
awesome.
Homer Simpson.
Yeah.
Or
Duckworth
from
was
The Office.
Duckworth was right there dying laughing.
That's so good.
Absolutely dying laughing.
Oh wait,
about
he's
it.
just crazy like a fox. I think Homer Simpson.
Yeah, crazy like a
Yeah,
fox,
yeah.
not retarded like
Yeah.
a fox. Yeah, retarded like and I said it like with so much stank, like, yeah, retarded like a fox. And just stormed out. He's just like, seriously though, is he mentally broken at all? So yeah, that was a funny and stupid trend. But I have a funny side story if you want to hear it.
Real quick before you do, Tommy, what's the word here?
All right, so it started out of the Atlanta hip hop scene. The dab gesture is an expressive sneezing gesture that in some way shows swagger, shows your swagger dominance over all the haters because nothing says swag like a sneeze.
So
What the
is it
fuck?
like you're covering your
Yeah.
Well,
nose?
because that's what people. That's like the rule you're supposed to do. Like you sneeze
Oh,
into
yeah,
like
like
your
a
elbow.
cape.
You know, like
Yeah.
the. Yeah.
Absolutely, but that's what this is.
It started with-
it's like sit
I
high
guess.
plus
Apparently-
it's like I'm sneezing in Germany in 1943.
Wait, you can thank
Thanks, Hitler.
Skippa the Flippa is
Oh,
the rapper who
well,
dumped it.
Skippa the Flippa.
Yeah, and then Ken Newton did it and like made it popular for
Well,
everybody.
Skippa the Flippa sounds anti-Semitic.
Yeah.
So apparently
Sounds like he hates
hates Jews.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's hip hop for hates
And
Jews.
sneezes a lot.
Yeah. Yeah, he's just keeping pepper in his pocket so he can just go like this all day. Just
Only two-
openly hate Jews.
Yeah.
Only touring during allergy season.
Yeah. He's like.
Right.
I only turn in the spring.
Yeah, when there's lots of pollen, he loves to come out to the stage. Like, I love it.
It'd be funny if he was actually sneezing while he was like dabbing.
Yeah. Mein Leben. Skippa the Flippa.
What a stupid name that
What a
is.
Stupid name. All right, so real quick, that story about
you see a side-
Chubby Bunny that went to a side. So I got super duper high the other day, and I had the whole day off. I'm always looking for side hustles to make extra money, and I looked up online, and it said that the fastest and best way is to write a book. I'm like, that's not a side hustle. You have to be a professional. It's like, no, write a children's book. Children's book they're easy to write. Right? So I went on ChatGTP and I said, write me a book.
Chat GPT.
That's
You said GTP.
Yeah. Okay. I'm sure you're right. or not wrong.
Not wrong.
Asshole. So I just put in parameters for it. I'm like, write me a children's book, 40 pages long, 2 lines per page, about a bunny named Pudgy. And my inspiration was from Chubby Bunny. And this is about a bunny who's dealing with like fat shaming issues because he's the fattest bunny. And it spits out this book, and it's super adorable. So I call Amazon because they will produce these books for you. They'll publish them for you. They charge you a fee, and then they'll illustrate them, they'll print them, and then they give you a cut of the profits. So I call, and this woman I'm talking to, she's like, yeah, so what's your idea? And I'm like, all right, I'll tell you. So I tell her about it, and she's like so condescending. She was like, that's super adorable. That's so super cute. Oh my God. She was being very nice, but I was so high. I misconstrued her niceness as being condescending. So I made it take the darkest turn ever.
Oh, boy.
And she's like, that's so great. What a great idea that he's overcoming body shaming at the end. And I go, that's not the end. And she's like, oh, okay, what is the end? I go, he dies from diabetes complications. Then the other woodland animals have to be huddled around his coffin. And this is a tale of how these other animals learn that you shouldn't make fun of people with their weight issues, because what if they die and then you have to feel bad forever? And she's just like, obviously I couldn't see her, but I know, like, she was just like fucking mind blown. And then like 3 minutes later, she's like, I'll send you pricing. And I was like, thank you. So I also realized that I pigeonholed myself because I could never have a sequel since Pudgy died. But yeah, that was my my Chubby Bunny, Pudgy Bunny story.
I love it. But also, it's nice, though, sometimes just to have this, like, this is just the story. You don't need to have a sequel.
I agree. But if you're writing a children's book and you want it to become wildly popular, the next thing would be like Clifford the Big Red Dog, right? You couldn't have one and then not have any more.
Fair.
Yeah.
I mean, I guess if that was your main purpose, then, yeah.
Did you ever hear the Louis C.K. bit about Clifford the Big Red Dog?
No.
He's like talking about Narnia. He's like, there's like 7 books to explain all of Narnia. He's like, there's like mice learning about Christianity, and there's like a lion who's their god. He's all explained in 7 books. He goes, there's 53 books about
Holy
Clifford
shit.
the Big Red Dog.
Oh, okay. I think you're talking about Narnia.
No, and he's like, every single one of them is exactly the same. Look how big this fucking dog is.
Yeah, well, yeah.
He's like, and by the way, Clifford's not a big dog. That illustrator just drew him big. He's like, it's not even that special. He's like, what if there was a great story that had a dark twist to it, like Clifford the dog steps on a house and he kills a police officer, and then he has to go to court for it, and they give him the electric chair.
Oh, my God.
And then he's sitting there getting strapped up, and they're shaving off all of his fur, and he's just this pink, wrinkly dog just waiting to get executed. I'm like, that's where I drew my inspiration. So shout out to Louis C.K. Dirty, disgusting book.
Yeah.
Love it.
Speaking of, I was hanging out with Hefe not that long ago, and we were talking about different like comedy shows and comedians like in their bits. And I think he's really big in the Kill Tony thing,
yeah.
which he introduced
It's
to me.
awesome.
And my cousin Mario also showed me like.
Of course, you have a fucking cousin named Mario.
I feel like you say that every time I mention my cousin Mario.
Every other time you're like, oh, then my Uncle Luigi. And I'm like, can we fucking stop? This episode's writing itself.
My name is Pizza. Of course, I
Right.
have a cousin Mario. I actually don't have an Uncle Luigi.
No, but your dad's name is Salvatore?
Yeah.
Right, obviously.
And then his brother is Mario,
Of course.
which names his son Mario.
Do you have a Vincenzo in your family?
No, there is a Lorenzo though.
Fucking A right there.
And then there's also my cousin Donnie, my cousin Miguel. So there's Donatello. I gotta be basically like a Michelangelo, and my cousin Raphael.
Oh my God, you're one away from hitting a perfect score.
Oh,
on
actually-
Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles.
Actually, no, I have an Uncle Leo as well.
Perfect.
So yeah, no, I have all the fucking Ninja Turtles.
Oh my God,
at my side of the
when you
family.
and Jess have a kid, you have to name it Splinter.
Ugh.
What? Or Shredder? Not Shredder.
I mean, what if it's like a little rat kid?
well, you're out of turtles.
Rat tail.
You're out of
Yeah, but he's also not a turtle.
That's
Yeah.
yeah. Yeah,
If he comes out like like in Joe Dirt where he's like missing half the skull and they put like a wig on him.
Oh yeah, that was awful.
So if we had a kid that does that, and then like put the wig on that's got a rat tail on,
Yeah, that'd
then
be sweet.
then we'll name him Splinter. If
All
he's
right, fair.
born missing half the skull,
That's fair.
then we'll call him Splinter.
Yeah. I love it.
What about auto tune? That was a big thing for a while.
Oh, like
Yeah, like
T-Pain?
T-Pain. Yeah.
That was awful.
Yeah. I mean, some of the songs were catchy. Don't get me wrong, but like,
They
it's like,
are. It's just
but
like,
can he actually sing without the auto
any
tune?
good? Like, are you a good singer, or are you just speaking words into a microphone and the microphone's doing the work?
Yeah. I mean, I don't listen to T-Pain. Does anybody out there listen to T-Pain? Does he have songs that that aren't
Oh no, all of the
auto tune?
songs are- no.
All of them are.
Only songs I know by him are "I'm in Love with a Stripper" and "Buy You a Drink." I think that's him.
Yeah, I think so.
Those
And
are
he
the
was
two
also
songs I
he
know.
did the Lonely Island. I'm on a boat.
Oh yeah, that was a sweet song.
Also, yeah,
He did.
Awesome.
He did one of those Tiny Desk concerts on YouTube.
The
tiny-
fuck's a tiny
like,
desk
yeah,
concert?
It's
Same.
like I think it's NPR puts them on. It's like they'll bring in an artist and it's like an acoustic set, like a small acoustic set,
Oh,
like
okay.
a library. Like
Sure.
So someone's doing an acoustic version of like the song, like "Buy You a Drink."
T-Pain was on there and was actually singing without autotune.
Well, that's what I was getting to. But like,
yeah,
someone's
no,
just-
like
oh,
that's what
okay,
I'm saying.
interesting.
He does sing without autotune now.
Is a acoustic
Now?
version of "I'm in Love with a
Well,
Stripper"?
I mean, like he just did
It's
it as like a boost to like get himself known, and then
No,
once
no, I
he's
get
known,
it.
he stopped doing it.
Yeah, I mean, bands used to do that in like record shops and shit like that.
Yeah,
like-
it's basically what it is.
all
That's
the
what
same.
basically
Yeah,
what
yeah.
that concert series is.
I ain't going nowhere, girl. I'm staying. So fucking good. Song's so catchy. It's so fun.
I'm trying to think if there's anything else.
Speaking of, all right. So you said auto tune. What about ringback tones?
Holy shit, I
Yeah,
forgot
dude,
about that.
Those were fucking dope.
So
I spent
people
so
pay, like,
much money.
People paid a bunch of money for
$1 a song,
seconds of a song?
for 10 seconds. Yeah.
Yeah.
Mine used to be
now we
like
all put our phones on mute.
100%.
Oh, yeah.
But it wasn't about no, not the tunes like to download for your phone as your ringtone, but the ring back tone.
Yeah, it's when
so
you-
when you call me, instead of hearing your phone ringing, you hear the song I want you to hear.
Yeah.
So you have to listen to that shit no matter what, like raping your ears with my music.
Mm-hmm.
So I set mine to when I worked at Outback in Cuyahoga Falls, and my boss was a dick. And they would call me all the time to pick up shifts. I set it to Johnny Paycheck, take this job and shove it. And I would make that, like, I would see them calling and not touch my phone. Let them listen to all 30 seconds of take this job and shove it. I ain't working here no more. And then I'd call them back and be like, I'm sorry, did you not listen to the song?
You didn't get the message?
Did you not hear that song? Because whatever your next question is, that's the fucking answer. And they're like, you're a piece of shit. And I'm like, well, you didn't have to call me and tell me that. Like, just so you know, I'm aware I'm a piece of shit.
I
but
feel like a lot of those were like most people like they had like the classical music. It's like enjoy this ringback tone while you wait, and like it'd be like
not me. Super offensive songs.
I don't think I ever had a ringback tone.
I
Tommy,
love those.
did you have one?
Never had a ringback tone, but I had definitely had ringtones and
Yeah.
text tones or whatever. Like the
Yeah.
the songs that will play if it's text messages. It's like one song. If it rings, it's another one.
Yeah.
I just never have my phone on audio ever. I don't even know what my ringtone is.
Oh yeah, I know. Mine's always on vibrate.
By the way, they vibrate so fucking hard now. Like if it's on the table, I can
yeah.
hear it vibrating louder than whatever the song would be.
Yeah.
But I remember, and this was so dumb on my part. I had a big meeting at Urban Farmer when I worked there, and I mentioned, like, I threw it out online because I couldn't find my phone, and I have this "Where's My Droid" app on my phone, so you have to text it a very specific phrase, and then it will like make your flashlight go off. It'll go audio and turn it on super loud so you can find your phone. So I totally lost my phone. I had to go to work, so I had to throw it up on Facebook, and I was like, somebody please text this phrase to my phone so I'll find it. So they do, and I find it. And then I go to work, and I'm in this meeting,
And they do it again?
Everybody on Facebook starts
Oh,
texting me
shit.
the exact thing. And so my phone is just going, and it was the fucking KFC commercial. Chicken tenders, taters, and gravy.
So that's just going off like
potatoes and a big old biscuit. Yeah, it's just not. My phone's flashing. It's vibrating. It's
my God.
I'm in there with people that are making like $10 million a year, and they're like, "You want to take care of?" And I'm like, "I have no idea how to stop this. Like, there's no way."
just shut the fucking phone off.
That would be the only way, but
Yeah.
I didn't think of that. I didn't think of that. Yeah, just all throughout the meeting, chicken tanned. I'm like, motherfucker. So dumb on my part to just be like, hey, here's my secret password to make my phone go bananas. And everyone's like, yeah, dummy. I'm like, hey, found the phone. Thanks, everyone. No need to do that anymore. And they're like, I think I might. Like when I posted my my 5 most hated songs that were played at bars, and then the next time I was at a bar, those 5 songs were on repeat on Touch Tunes for the entire night. Because people are like, oh, these are your least 5 favorite songs. We're going to play all of those. Oh, there's
People are the worst.
Cranberry Zombie non-fucking stop.
Oh yeah.
God damn it.
Oh yeah. I mean that's how it works. As soon as someone knows that you fucking hate something, and they'd be like, well, I'm just gonna do it more.
I would have done
it's
the
hilarious.
same thing. I would have done the same thing.
Yeah, of course.
Only
and that's just how that's just how life works.
Oh yeah, I loaded up a jukebox with "Call Me Maybe" as many times in a row as I possibly could play it.
Oh my god.
Who does that piss off?
Everybody.
Yeah, especially
I like that
me.
song.
I've cleared out the
fun
entire
song.
original.
It's a fun
I like that song.
I've cleared out the entire original by playing.
I mean-
everyone's smoking. I'm like, I know half of you don't even smoke. You're just going
Outside to get away from it. We used to do that shit with like Du Hast or Put Me In, Coach.
Put me in, coach.
Yeah. I'm
Yeah.
ready
Oh, that's a song
to
you have to
play
clap along to.
today.
I fucking
Yeah.
hate clap along.
But like it would be one of those things because like I used to live down the street from the rich, and it's like being just visible enough, like they're just in range to be able to, yeah. Or like if we're just like, oh, we're walking, and once I moved, we're like, oh, we're actually not going to the rich, but we're walking past it and going to another bar. We just like play it a bunch of times and then just let like everybody's gonna fucking suffer. I mean, if Garrett's working, he just fucking skips it anyways.
Before they took Mariah Carey, "All I Want for Christmas Is You" out of Touch Tunes,
Mm-hmm.
and they only put it in like November, like late November,
As they should.
and December, and that's it.
By the way,
that
Hefe,
song fucking rocks.
listen, Hefe says that's something that he agrees with you on, that he fucking loves that song.
Love that song.
Sucks.
I absolutely love it. It's
Dog
a
shit.
banger. I'll listen to it in fucking June. I don't give a shit. But when they used to have it on the Touch Tunes all the time when it was readily available, if I was anywhere in the vicinity of the Richland, I would like drive by, park the car for a minute, Touch Tunes it in, and then just wait on Facebook. And people are like, motherfucker, like, who the it's fucking July. And I'm like, yeah, that's right. Such a good song.
It's not, though.
It's a great song.
It's not.
Oh no, she makes like $500 million.
Wow, okay, great. I bet she didn't actually write it.
So
Yeah, so fuck off. Great, she sang it. Cool. I feel like that's the majority of fucking pop artists.
oh, did you want it to be more indie?
No, it's just fucking annoying.
No, it's great.
Yeah, it's not great. It's great if you don't have to hear it 1,000 times while you're working a shift bartending.
Disagree.
Okay, so you've
I'm also one of those people who, when I worked at Dave & Buster's, I had control in my department. We had control over all of the televisions and like all the audio that would be played through there. And so that on Christmas Day, when they do 24 hours of A Christmas Story, we watched A Christmas Story 12 fucking times.
yeah, sure, I'm into that. I'll
It's
do
great,
that.
right?
Yeah, I'll do that.
But people don't want to hear it 12 times in a row. But
They're
do.
not. Especially if they're Dave and Buster's,
But
it's
I
probably
do.
on mute. They're not hearing.
Oh, no.
It's a whole difference between a movie and a 3-minute song.
Agreed. Yes, and it's
Audio.
also
Every 3
not
minutes,
hearing.
that song is
No,
playing.
audio on throughout the entire place.
No,
Right, but how long are
that's
people
a fucking
sticking
lie.
around?
I don't buy that.
How long are people sticking around at Dave & Buster's, though?
I don't know, at least long
Like
enough to
2
see the whole
hours?
movie.
Doesn't matter. No one's playing fucking movies audio wise at Dave and Buster's.
Bullshit.
Bullshit. Nothing.
Are you calling me a liar?
Yes.
Well, that's trash.
Listen, anybody out there that's worked at Dave and Buster's, or maybe if you frequent there, 440-363.
0121. I'll tell you
Thank
what.
you.
The great Dubinsky, I want you to call in. Dub worked with me at Dave & Buster's. He's not a listener, but he will listen to this fucking episode.
Well, fucking get
So
that guy
you'll
on the-
learn
on the-
your
on the
goddamn
horn.
Lesson. Don't call me a liar. This is 100% true, baby.
Why would you be playing audio for a film while you're like people are hanging
It's
out playing
Christmas
arcade games?
Christmas.
So they're not playing Christmas music,
No, we played all the other days we played Christmas music, and then
except for when.
Christmas Day when we listened to A Christmas Story all day long, 24 fucking.
I don't know. I don't know.
Really, this would be the gayest flex of all time. Like,
Yeah.
back when I worked at Dave
Yeah,
&
you
Buster's,
would do this.
my department controlled the audio at the adult video game store, and I used to play. And you're like, you're a liar, and I'm like, I will defend my honor.
Yeah, I'm not the one trying to flex it. You are.
So gay. This is gayer than 5 dudes blowing 9 dudes, or 9 dudes blowing 5 dudes. Either way, it's super, super gay. Which of those do you think is gayer, by the way? I think we might have had this conversation.
I
don't know
think
if
we did a long time ago.
I vote 9 on 5 because then it's dudes have to share.
Yeah, have to share
I'd rather
one
take
dick.
2 than like have to touch lips with someone around a shaft. Wow,
Yeah.
this is not a trend. So we have wildly jumped the shark. But
Listen, the last thing that I have is was the chokeout game that people were doing.
Is this Cloud9? Is that what you're talking about?
Is that what they call it?
That's what they did when I was a kid.
Like,
Where somebody would like push on your chest,
right
up against a wall and like choke you out of oxygen,
kind of.
so you would be high for 30 seconds.
Yeah,
be disoriented for 30 seconds.
I didn't participate because I'm like, you're fucking
I did not.
words I'm not gonna say.
I remember other people doing it a lot, but I remember that a lot when I was a kid. Like that, people that got really into ecstasy. Do you remember Candy Kids?
Candy Kids?
Yeah, like
no.
candy necklaces and fucking
pacifiers.
Oh
and
yeah,
shit. Those are like the rave kids, right?
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
Oh my god, that was the gayest. I was so mad when that trend took place. Like I used to have friends over to the house all the time. My mom, my senior year of high school, she was traveling 3 weeks out of the month every month. So I literally had the run of my own household. So it was party time at my house all the time. And like overnight at one point, people stopped coming over to have me cook steak on the grill and drink beer and smoke pot. And they're all like, hey, bro, you want a back rub? And I'm like, what the fuck is happening right now? I don't want a back rub, Connor.
Was on ecstasy?
Would you sell? Yeah, and he's like,
it's going to feel so good, though.
Yeah, he's chewing on his mouth. He's like, it's cool, it's not gay. And I'm like, well, that sounds like what a person would say if it was gay. Like, that sounds like exactly what I would say if it was going to be something gay. Like, hey, you want to do gay stuff? I would never say, I'd be like, hey, you want to do non-gay stuff? That's how I would trick a dude into doing gay stuff with me.
Is that the move, though? Like, instead of asking your friend to go grab a drink, like, hey, do you want to go do non-gay stuff?
Yeah. That sounds so gay.
What does that include? I mean, I just want to grab a beer. That's it.
No, God, that's awful. Fuck. But yeah, all that. Awful. That's it. I'm out of trends.
I think that's kind of.
But I am gonna do the banana Sprite challenge, and I'm gonna do the milk challenge. You've already done the cinnamon challenge, so
I mean, I'll do it again though.
No, find something new. Let's find.
But you've also done the milk challenge, so what?
I've not.
What? I thought you said that you have.
No. We talked about it, and I said I absolutely could do it because I drank half a gallon of milk at a grocery store in 15 minutes.
Okay, all right.
I'm sure I can do it. But apparently,
actually, I can't wait to see this.
We're gonna have to film this outside.
No, we'll just get you a fucking trash can. Yeah, a trough. Also a trash can. Yeah, we're just gonna have a trash can to fucking puke in, and then you just fucking have to take that outside and rinse it out.
I'm just gonna throw it out, baby cakes.
Okay, well, not in my trash can.
We're drinking
put it in your car and
Crystal.
fucking take that shit.
I'll throw it in the fucking street. I don't give a shit. Oh my god! And also, I have a moderate issue with dairy. So that's gonna be. I'm gonna take so many shits after that.
Well, that's fine. We have
no, I'm not gonna do them here.
Oh, okay.
I'll need to
do them at the Richlands.
I'll need to be alone. I'm gonna set up Jen with like an Airbnb for the weekend, and I'm just gonna take so many shits at the house. So many loose, loud shits, oily discharges. Gross.
There's a trend like going like that with baseball. It's 9 innings, 9 dogs, 9 beers.
I've heard this.
I've also heard this. I couldn't do it.
Never do it.
I could do beer wise, but not hot dogs.
I don't think I could, honestly, and it's crazy because I'm a huge dude, but I don't think I could do either. I don't think I could eat 9 hot dog buns.
Or 9 beers in 2 hours.
And I don't, they're pounders. Like the beers they're talking about, they're 16 ounces. So that's
does it have to be a 16-ounce dog?
That's
beer.
A 16-ounce dog would be fucking dope.
You also wouldn't do
16-ounce glizzy, baby.
Yeah, 16-ounce Gagger. Fuck yeah, like 9 of those down your gullet. That would be amazing. But I can't. I mean, obviously, you guys have known. How many times have you seen me drink a beer? 2.
Probably yeah.
2.
On one hand, yeah, I can count.
Tom,
one hand.
You've probably seen it more because we've known each other longer, and I used to drink beer. But not often.
It wasn't often.
Not often. And
it was like, oh, I'm broke. All right.
Yeah, exactly. I need $1.25 shots, so I'll just drink a whole beer instead of.
And it's usually what, like a Rolling Rock?
I do drink Rolling Rocks when I drink, or Budweisers.
Okay. I usually see you with Rolling Rocks. Those few times I've seen you drink beer, it's Rolling Rock.
I just think beer's gross, and I don't understand it. Why would you want to drink 12 ounces of something carbonated to have the effect of this?
I mean, this does taste better. But I mean, beer is just also. But I mean, like, here's the deal: there's a lot of people that go out drinking that just like their purpose is to get fucking blasted.
Yeah,
which is ridiculous. Like, if I want to hang out with you guys like all day, I'm gonna sip beers, or I'll start off with cocktails first and then slow down to beers because like I don't want to be fucking blackout. I want to remember the day.
Like when we went to McGee's for what was that, your birthday?
Yeah,
and you and I were drinking Sunny Delights.
Oh yeah, the Sunny D.
Those were great.
Seltzers. Yeah.
Those were great, and you could drink those all day.
Yeah.
I could drink 40 of those over the course of 16 hours and not be a disaster.
Yeah.
But if we start drinking like Black House, I'm good for like 2 hours and 45 minutes, and then I'm going to call your mom and try and fuck her. Not you, but somebody else. I'm going to call somebody else's mom and try and fuck them.
Thanks.
Yeah, you're welcome. Sorry, Sorry, Ma.
Yeah, I think Mom would be like, what the fuck, Dave?
Sorry, Ma. I still want sauce, though. So make sure next time when you make sauce, there's sauce for me.
Yeah.
All right,
okay,
baby cakes,
well.
Holy shit.
Yeah, I think it's that time.
We've done it.
Yep.
Episode 1.
Episode 1. We're at it. Okay, so hope you guys had fun. This is the first episode. Hopefully this is very visually stimulating.
I had a great time, and I feel super handsome.
Yeah, same.
Yeah, you look super
And if you're listening to just the audio, well, fuck off, man. Go onto YouTube and watch the video. I mean, or do both. Do both.
We appreciate you listening, but yeah, either way.
Yeah.
Yeah, but check us out,
Come see how handsome we are
we're
on
be doing
video.
Some wild shit on the video, so I'm super pumped.
So, listen, if there's any fucked up trends that we left out, shoot us a text.
440-363-0121.
There you go. Also, I mean, again, as we always say, guys, get fucking drunk and leave us a crazy ass voicemail.
Leave us one whole voicemail, not 1/3 of 1/3 of one voicemail.
Yeah.
Don't call us and say, "Oh my God, I have to practice for this goddamn voicemail. It takes me so many times," and then sit on your phone for half an hour and then hang up.
Yeah.
Leave us a voicemail.
Send us photos of. I don't know. Send us photos of whatever you're doing.
Old balls.
Yeah.
Whatever. Can they send us photos?
Yeah. They can text this number. So they can send photos of boobs, vaginas. They can send their buttholes.
And you see the
balls,
phone number.
I'm surprised we haven't had any balls yet.
And you see
Tom says, what'd you say? You wanted balls?
Oh, no.
You wanted to see the balls?
We haven't seen any balls
Tom said,
yet.
I'm actually surprised
all balls,
also.
all the time?
balls?
Yeah.
All balls, Tommy boy?
Yeah. He said these balls are specifically for Tommy. This is what the text. Yeah.
Like it.
Hell yeah. I love it.
Yeah. So you can send us photos of what you're doing.
Great.
Send us what you have or would you rather's.
I'm going to get a selfie stick and ruin your day one day. Just fucking butthole.
Reach it all the way across the table?
No, I'm going to.
Oh, you're going to fucking text it to the.
Butthole pick and then text it to the number so you have to look at it.
I'm just going to text you back and be like, Bagel, I know this is from you.
Yeah. Oh, yeah, we're going to make this.
Well, I'm just going to have
be
fucking Tommy
dope.
pop it up on our social medias then.
Oh, good. So
It'll be blurred, but,
it certainly will.
Okay, well, I guess that's our time.
Play us out. I wanna hear that jam.
440-363-0121. And anybody that's been listening to overseas, other countries that...
Albania just got into the mix.
Yeah, and
Nice.
they can't text us any fun questions or what have yous, send us an email.
Or a carrier pigeon or whatever they use in fucking Albania.
Yeah, they might have carrier pigeons.
Yeah.
But if you don't,
They probably just
email
send
still
over
works for us.
Like a Central European person who just comes over and then screams at us and slaps one of us and then just takes a flight back home.
Also hilarious.
Yeah. Also, I never knew that dabbing meant that you hate Jews, so I learned something great today.
Mm-hmm. Listen, it's your Saturday too, bub.
I have to sneeze, and I don't care for Jews.
Dab.
Das Pizzas and Bagel. Dab it out, baby cakes.
If you need to send an email over, pizzabagelsnow@gmail.com.
AKA pizzabagelsnow.com.
440-363-0121. Thanks for listening, guys. We love you all.
Hit us
Enjoy
up.
the video and future videos.
Hell yeah.
Bye-bye.
Bye.
Pizza Bagels with Tony and Dave. Oh, Pizza Bagels. That's the name of this podcast. Pizza Bagels.
Dude, I love that fucking song so much.
It's amazing.
It's so good.
So catchy.
I was in Hocking Hills with my family, like my mom, stepdad, all of the other sibs, 12 of us together, and I played the theme, and they all fucking loved it.
Really?
They loved it. And then we ended up in the most fun game of Cards Against Humanity,
Uh-huh.
and I was with my mom, who obviously is an old white Jewish lady, and she was like, it was been ruckus, like it was just so disgusting. But she's like, "Oh my God, I cannot play this game anymore." And I'm like, "Listen, when you are the dealer, we'll stop then."
Okay.
So we bring it all the way.
Was this
around.
her first time playing it?
Yes.
Oh gosh.
Yeah,
Okay.
She'd watched us play before. But
Some of those cards are brutal.
So
Okay.
she pulls. I told her, I was like, I was gonna say, let's just play one more hand, but I had so many good cards.
Mm-hmm.
I didn't want to leave on the table, so I was like, let's just go around, and then when it gets to you as the dealer, we'll stop there.
Okay.
So she's the dealer. She pulls the card, and it says, there are sex noises coming from Grandma and Grandpa's room.
Mm-hmm.
Then 30 seconds later, Grandma comes out and she's crying. Grandma's crying because of blank. And I'm like, bam, right away.
Okay.
So my sister Ann, my stepdad Bruce, and my 12-year-old nephew throw their cards in. And I'm like, hell yeah. My mom mixes them up. She lifts up the first one. She puts it right back down, face down. And she goes, I'm not playing this game anymore.
Oh no.
And she walks away from the table. Then my sister's like, what did you do? And I'm like, how do you know it was me? And she's like, obviously it was you. She picks up the card, puts it down, and she goes, you are a piece of shit. Walks away from the table. And I'm like, so excited. Go on.
I know. I was gonna say. All right. So before you say what the card is, repeat the card that your mom pulled.
You hear Grandma and Grandpa are making sex noises in their bedroom. 30 seconds later, Grandma comes out of the bedroom and she's crying.
Okay.
Grandma's crying because of.
Okay.
And then my stepdad looks at the card and he's just like shaking his head with so much disappointment, and he flips it up. Auschwitz. Fuck, dude. To my old Jewish mom.
Holy shit.
Grandpa's plowing Grandma, and then she just like all immediately thinks about 1942 in Poland. Walks out of the bedroom with a tear in her eye, and I'm like, Auschwitz. My mom was like, you're a piece of shit. My sister was like, you're a piece of shit. And I was like, don't let Eli. He's the 12-year-old. I'm like, don't. He won't understand it anyway. But
Yeah.
they were everybody at the table, and my stepdad was just like, bro.
Yeah.
And
He's
I'm like,
12. He's gonna remember this moment. It's not gonna mean anything to him yet, but when he becomes an adult, he's gonna go, this is a memory that I completely forgot about. And he's gonna be like,
yeah.
holy shit.
Oh my god. Auschwitz. Oh my god, so rough. All right, awesome episode.
All right.
Holla, holla, holla.
Bye bye.